Hi, fam. Welcome back to another episode of New Earth Rhythm. It is solstice weekend, and I wanted to pop on here and share an uplifting message for the moment. Solstice is one of my favorite times of the entire year, but this year it felt really different to me. It could be that I'm in Vancouver and it's like chilly. It's like 60 degrees, cloudy. I've never had a chilly solstice like ever. But because it was chilly, it made me want to just pause and just chill, literally chill, not be out on the beach, like doing my typical summer solstice celebrations that I normally do, but I was being called to pause. And I remembered that that is what the solstice is anyway. It is this sacred pause. In the northern hemisphere, the summer solstice is when we have the longest day. And it's like the one day where the sun reaches its peak. And then it is this moment of pause before it then starts to go back down. And so I know that I was, called to surrender and acknowledge the sacred pause for a reason. And I just had to honor that and see what messages were coming through to me. And what kept popping up for me was the really simple message of the hero's journey. And this hero's journey is true in, the most simplest of terms, in the most mythical level. Every great story or allegory follows the same time flow trinary pattern. Everything comes in threes, and every great story, every great movie, every great film or play, TV show, it really follows these three different aspects of the trinary pattern. There's the initial fall from grace. Then it is a journey of adventure, trial, and challenge, culminating in a redemptive victory. And I've been thinking about this a lot because the message that's been coming through for me lately that I'm feeling called to share is that I'm here to remind you guys that each and every one of us has our own unique hero's journey. Like, you are the perfect main character for your existence, for the way that you view the universe and the world and all the experiences you have. Your energetic design and all of your life experiences and the ways that you are shaped and molded have created you to be the perfect main character to navigate your existence. And you're going to face the exact challenges and trials that you uniquely need to face, because that is exactly what's going to mold you and shape you into the person you were born to be, into someone who can unlock their gifts and shine their lights, shine their sun into the darkness. And that is your hero's journey. And so I want to just remind us that that initial fall from grace, this is the story of our human evolution. We come to earth, we forget who we really are. We forget our true origin. We forget our true source and our true design and our true mission on earth. We come into the darkness, and then we're molded and shaped by our conditioning of the societies in which we're born, the state of the world, and we are inheriting all of the shadows of every human who has ever come before us and every human who is alive today. That is our initial fall from grace. And we're just navigating that, picking up more pain from the world as it's hurting us, as we're like trying and failing and trying and failing, and experiencing beauty and bliss and failure and pain, beauty, bliss, failure, pain, over and over and over again, right? And then you have this moment of illumination, of insight, of remembrance. Like God reaches down and bops you on the head, and the attention currents of your mind turn inwards and upwards back to source. Then this process begins for you to receive more pranic energy, more energy, and the courage to go about your life on purpose, fulfilling your life purpose, healing from all of that conditioning, transmuting all of that conditioning, and unlocking your gifts and letting your truth evolve as you evolve, and taking every challenge in stride, knowing that every challenge that comes your way is exactly meant for you to be able to experience that and transmute that and unlock the gift hidden within the deepest shadow of that challenge, of that pain. so that you can unlock your gifts. In order for you to unlock your gifts, you have to experience the shadows. And I think that's where so many of us are at. I think most people are awake. I think most people are understanding this. Most people are understanding that their shadows are not their shadows, but they are collective shadows. And it is their responsibility to turn their shadow into their gift because they're not only doing it for themselves, they're doing it for the entire world. I think most of us understand that you are a microcosm to the macrocosm, that everything you do matters, that we are all connected. As you do this work to take that inward journey, that middle pathway, that inward journey, you then make it possible for millions of other people to make that journey as well, right? As you unlock one gift that permeates throughout the entire collective, and then more people can tap into their gifts more easily. And I think we're at this really beautiful point, and I know we are because we're all connected. I've reached this really pivotal stage in my own journey where I just know now that I will never be in a dark place ever again. I've known this for a while, like a few years. But when I was navigating my early spiritual awakening, it was like I'd have these moments of like heightened insight, deliverance, bliss, beauty, awe, amazement. And then something would happen and I'd get knocked back down, or I would knock myself down. I'd fall off. I'd go back to my old like addictions of drinking or partying or escaping, of feeling like the weight of the world and feeling like everything's effed, and just feeling like the weight of the collective shadows and my personal shadows. Like it was a lot of like up and down chaos for many, many years. And then I finally was able to turn that chaos into clarity and have this massive breakthrough, knowing that I'm firmly rooted into my faith, into God. I'm firmly rooted into Jesus. I'm firmly rooted into all of the ascended masters that came before us and all of their wisdom that is within each and every one of us if we could just turn within. I'm firmly rooted within Mother Earth. Firmly rooted. Earth is my foundation. I'm building on this earth. I'm creating with my hands. I'm making things that no one can ever take from me, that no one could just hand me. I'm building and creating something out of pure divine inspiration, taking inspired, creative, courageous action in this physical world, building my legacy of love, of light that is rooted in my faith, knowing that literally nothing could ever knock me off this path. Nothing that comes my way, no amount of pain or grief or horror or collective fear or whatever's happening on the world stage, or any destruction or act of war or any disgusting acts of hatred or pain in the world could ever knock me off of this path of rootedness, of faith, of light. Nothing will ever stop me from shining my light in this world. Nothing could ever hinder me. No bumps in the road will ever impede my momentum ever again. Period. And I know that so many people are feeling this way. And like I said, I felt this way for a while, but I just reached this new like level of clarity. And maybe it's just because where I'm at in my own journey with motherhood, with marriage, being 32 years old now, where I'm at, post Saturn return, where I'm at in my own journey of alignment, stepping into my gifts, stepping into my role in this world, really leaning into my own design as a 5/1 emotional manifestor, life path 33, and doing whatever I can to live in alignment and be who I was born to be and fulfill my quantum purpose. We're all at these different seasons and stages of life, but I know that collectively, those of us that are doing the real work to remain rooted in Christ consciousness, we're at this place now where we can never be knocked off or knocked down, no matter what happens in our outer external reality. And this is a really powerful and pivotal place that we're all at. And I want to just be a mouthpiece for this, because if you're feeling it, but you're not seeing it in, your daily interactions, or if you catch a glimpse of the news or what's going on, I want you to know that we're all in this together. We're all connected, and everything you do matters. Like, as you do this work every single day to wake up in the morning and choose faith, choose love and hope and belief and trust, extreme trust. Keep your radical vision, maintain that vision, break it down step by step, get your clear strategy, your devotion to your highest calling, your devotion to unleashing your gifts onto this world, your devotion to God comes first. Then it's your devotion to self, because you know that by following your own path, uplifting yourself, you are uplifting your entire family and you're uplifting your entire tribe and your community. So we have our devotion to God, our devotion to self, our devotion to the tribe, to the betterment of earth and of all of her people. It starts with your devotion to God and your devotion to self. And that is a choice that you make every single day when you wake up. And maybe you make that choice many times throughout the day as well, depending on what you're facing or what your challenges are. And maybe you don't have any challenges that day, and instead you just get to praise and express gratitude multiple times a day. When you look around in those little moments through laughter, laughing so hard that you're crying, and then just taking that moment to anchor that love back into earth, knowing that you are sending it to all of the other light workers, that you're sending it to everyone else on earth who is here to shine their light. We're all connected. You take that love and you beam it down and out and through, and you make it a point to send that love across the ether every single day, knowing that it's not all in vain, knowing that we are all connected through the quantum field and everything you do matters. So when you cultivate that love for yourself, you send it out through your entire tree. See yourself and your family as this growing, beautiful tree, this golden tree. And whenever you have that love and gratitude and appreciation, or whenever you're going through something challenging and painful, and you're able to take that in stride and you say, God, I don't know why this is happening, but I trust you and I will get through this. And this too shall pass. And I'm going to do whatever I can to feel this feeling, because I'm meant to feel it, and I'm going to feel it in every ounce of my body, and I'm going to cry it out. I'm going to dance it out. I am going to shake and shimmy and bop and drop and write and shake and yell, maybe scream. I'm going to go in the ocean and I'm going to submerge. I'm going to go walk in the forest and I'm going to send my pain to a tree. Whatever. You're going to feel it all because you're meant to. You're never going to run. You're never going to hide. You're never going to escape from how you're feeling, because you know that it's all for a higher purpose, even if you don't know why. So you experience that pain. Then you send it out of your body through your tears. That's why we cry. We're the only beings on earth that cry. Like, animals don't cry. Humans have this unique ability to cry because God wanted us to be able to have a way to express the beauty and the pain of life, to feel the polarity of life, to feel the paradox of life and have a way to express it and move it out of us. Salt is sacred. As you cry your salty tears, you're doing this powerful alchemical transmutation process, whether they're tears of grief or tears of joy or tears of gratitude. You're literally changing the structure of your cells and of your DNA, and you're changing your composition of your body as you cry, as you move these things out of you. And then as you free yourself, rather than storing it and shoving it down, you let it move freely through you. You send it out through the collective, because we are all one. Everything you do matters. Everything you do matters. And you have trust and faith that God, I don't know why this is happening. This is so painful, but I trust that what you're doing is pruning. You're getting rid of the things that are stopping me from bearing fruit. You have to prune in order to flourish and thrive. So if things are painful or challenging, know that God is doing it for a reason. God is cutting away things in your life, people, places, experiences, beliefs, old beliefs, limitations, whatever. Cutting it away could feel painful. Is pruning things out of your life so that you can bear fruit. And God wants us to bear fruit. We are all born to bear as much fruit as possible, to shine as much of our gifts as possible, to be as abundant and prosperous and free flowing as possible. God does not want us to struggle or feel like we have to be martyrs or feel like there's so much pain in the world that why do I deserve to be happy? Why do I deserve to have an abundant, beautiful life when there's so much pain and suffering by innocent people every single day? It's like, God wants you to work through that, rise up and unleash your fruit onto the world, unleash your magic onto the world, open up more, waves of reciprocity so that you give more and then you get more. Then you gain more money by more revenue streams. Now you have more money to help more people. Now you have more money to work on meaningful projects with real world solve. Now you have more money to uplift more hearts to reach more people. Now you have more money, you have more free time to uplift the hearts of more people and reach more people. God wants you to be prosperous. God wants you to prune away what is no longer serving you so that you can bear more fruit, so that you can reach more people, so you can uplift more hearts. And I know, I'm very aware of my privilege in this world. I'm very aware of what it means to be white in North America. I'm very aware of what it means to be a white woman. I don't want to speak, out of turn about the real challenges that people in this world are facing, that people in this country of the US, and I'm in Canada right now, and North America, all over the world, the real pain that people are facing, the real struggles and injustices that people are facing. I don't want to take away from that. I don't want to speak out of turn. I'm just here to let you know that by you doing this work to bear as much fruit as you possibly can in this lifetime, you'll be able to reach people from all over the world who don't have the opportunities to bear the fruit that they want to bear. We can help uplift them by you focusing on bearing your fruit and then doing whatever you can to get involved in your community and in your wider community to help more people so that they can have, proper growing conditions so that they can bear their fruit. And so we are in a collective reckoning. We're in a collective reckoning. The energy's been so wild. I've been seeing it play out on TikTok with, women. And there's like been this rise of women feminist creators saying now is the time to decenter men. Now is the time to decenter whiteness, recognizing privilege, recognizing the privilege that men have, recognizing the privilege that white people have, uplifting other voices and other people, and stop centering the narrative. But this is our collective reckoning to change the narrative, to change the structure and the flow, change the systems. We're changing the systems. We have visionaries who operate outside of the systems. Like visionaries you'll never find a true visionary who's really talking about which side of US politics is the better side and which side of the right side of history to be on. A true visionary operates outside of outdated systems, such as the two-party outdated system in America, which is intended to be divisive and polarizing. That's a failed system. The US is a failed social experiment. I've been saying this since I was like 10 years old. The US is a failed social experiment. I don't know if it was set up to fail, but it is failing clearly. And so a true visionary is not going to place themselves within an outdated system to try to change the system. We need to recognize this. We need to cut that shit out with cancel culture over who you voted for. We have to rise above it. If someone's a true visionary, they're going to see outside of that outdated system. They're meant to energetically operate outside of that system so that they can bring forth new ideas and inspire the hearts of those within the system so that they start to change the system from the inside out. We need to honor everyone's unique energy, everyone's unique perspective on the world, and everyone's unique God-given gifts. We need to honor everyone's unique role because we all come together as puzzle pieces. And if you're tuning into this, and if you are here to shine your light in the darkness, I just want you to know we're at this crazy pivotal moment in time. In our human story, we are going through the trial and challenge moment of our journey before that redemptive victory, right? We already know we've had a fall from grace. That's what we all inherited when we were born on this earth, was the fall. And now by you going about your own hero's journey, by you changing your own shadows and turning them into your gifts and being dedicated and devoted to shining your light in this darkness, you are uplifting it for the collective. You are helping the collective go through that part of the hero's journey, that part of the story as well. And we are in the part of the story that is the collective reckoning, where we need to all face the injustices and the fall that came before us. And we're seeing that play out in the world stage, in politics, in social movements. And it's going to get more chaotic before it gets better. But I need you to know that it's all a part of the great unfolding. We're in a great purge. We're in a great purge. We're purging out what no longer serves. And so it's all coming up to the surface. It's all coming out so that it can be purged out of us. It has to move out of you. It has to brim out and over like tears, except it's not tears. It's like this black sludge that needs to come out and come over. We're in a collective reckoning. We're in a collective purge. And what's on the other side of that is new systems, new structures, new ways of living that benefit the family, the tribe, the community, and Earth herself. That's on the other side of the reckoning. That's on the other side of, more and more people waking up, leaning into their gifts, finding their tribe, living in devotion to following their creative, inspired urges that are going to lead to beautiful projects and, community building and better infrastructure and innovation and technology that's going to actually uplift the world. Okay. Like we're getting there. We're getting there. We're on the purge part of it right now. We're in the reckoning part of it right now. And I think that's what this pause of solstice was. It was like acknowledge the fall from grace, acknowledge what's outdated and no longer working, acknowledge the purge, acknowledge how far you have come. Look at what you yourself have created. Look at what you have done. And now, what are you working towards? What are you going to build? How are you going to show up in the world, in your family, in your tribe, in your community? Now that you've gone through these trials and challenges, now that you are so rooted into your faith, into your belief, into your extreme trust and radical vision, knowing that what's unfolding is a collective reckoning, it is a collective purge. It's not the end of the world. It's the end of the old world. It's the end of the old, outdated ways that no longer serve us. It is not the end to humanity. I know it may feel like that sometimes, but it is not an end to us. It is an end to what no longer works for us. And know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. We're all experiencing exactly what Earth and her people need to experience at this moment in time. And it is up to you to build and create the new Earth. And it starts at home with your family and your tribe, and how you interact with your neighbors, and how you interact with strangers, and how you interact with someone that cuts you off on the road. Are you going to give them the finger? Are you going to curse under your breath? Are you going to try to get back at them? Are you going to try to speed up at them and just so you can look at them and be like, who the hell do you think you are? Like, no. You're going to take a deep breath, let it go, and actually send love to that person. Or actually have some compassion, say maybe they're on their way, maybe their wife is giving birth and they're rushing home and that's why they cut me off. Trying to see the best in people and in situations that don't always, right away seem like they could be good or positive, or not knowing why something is happening, but always having such trust and faith that we're exactly where we're supposed to be. I'm getting so hot. I'm like, I just noticed my cheeks are so red. I'm just getting passionate, y'all. I'm getting like passionate. I just needed to share this because I know a lot of a lot of you guys listening, you found me on social media. You found me on TikTok, you find me on Instagram. And it's because I talk a lot about our great awakening, about this moment in time, how this is the moment where prophecy, every ancient system and every ancient religion all points to this exact moment in time. This is literally the craziest time to be alive. Mixed with, it's where science and prophecy converge, because let's say you're not spiritual. Let's say you're like a scientist. You're going to look at the Schumann resonance popping off like never before. You're going to look at the magnetic sun reversal, and you're going to notice all of these things happening that have never happened on Earth before in relation to Earth herself, in relation to our sun. And then if you look at it from the mystical and esoteric, background and these prophecies, that this moment in time is unlike anything. And you're going to know that you were born for a reason and that you are experiencing all of this right now for a reason. It's because you have what it takes to remember oneness and unity, to be the way shower for everyone else around you, to be the resolute backbone through the chaos, to be the still point in the chaotic waves, to root down deep and rise up as the still point so that nothing can get in your way. Nothing can knock you down. People look to you for guidance and for peace and for harmony during these chaotic times. You have what it takes to be that backbone, to be that still point. You have what it takes to transmute for the entire collective. I'm trying to validate your experience right now because I've been at stages of my own journey where I felt like, how do I know any of this is real? How do I know that everything is not just in my head, what I'm experiencing? And I do feel like it's my duty to come on here and speak to the shift in consciousness, speak to what you are experiencing, the collective who tunes into this podcast, the collective who is devoted to unleashing their gifts onto the world, the collective who believes in the new earth, the collective who remembers unity and harmony. These times are crazy, but I need you to root down and be the still point now more than ever. Like last night, I came home and my husband told me like we just sent bombs over to Iran, and I just got flooded with, fear, pain, like an elephant sitting on my chest. And I wondered too if that's why I had like no desire to like do anything this solstice and why I felt so down and low. Like I'm like picking up on this heaviness. And so I had to do my part by taking a bath, which is where I transmute. This is where I pray. This is where I meditate. And trying to just breathe through these times and just root down. And I just see you guys, our collective, all connected in this quantum field. And I just wanted to send this message across the quantum field. I sent this message through the bath, through the field, through my heart, where I just said, guys, root down more than ever. Root down more than ever. Be the still point now more than ever, because it matters. Everything you're doing matters. Everyone that you interact with, that you make their day a little bit better by smiling and by, genuinely asking them, how are they? Or if like your friend pops in your head and you just want to send them a message like, hey, I'm just thinking of you. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. Or if you get like a feeling like someone's not doing well, like just call them and just check. Or everyone you interact with, like give them a bigger tip than you normally would. And, support people, places, and things that have positive messages and they're doing the right thing for the world. Strawberry matcha is the greatest drink that has ever been created, by the way. All right, so I think the message has been delivered. I think you guys get what I'm putting down. Redemptive victory is impending. It's on its way. Look around at how far you've come. Know that you will never get knocked into the darkness ever again. Know that you have literally traversed the ugliest, darkest times when you were, in that fall from grace. Look at where you're at now, rooted in your love, rooted in your faith, rooted in your Christ consciousness, rooted in your unity. And know that every single day is a choice to remain in that frequency. And every day you have a choice about how you respond to life. And every day you have a choice to choose freedom. And every day you have a choice to choose clarity. And if you're not feeling clear, go sweat, go dance, go shake. Like I can't tell you how many times I just go in my backyard and I'm like shaking my hair out, get it out. We're all connected. We pick up on the field. We're all connected to the quantum field. We pick up on everything. everything. So you need to have really good energetic hygiene right now, really good spiritual hygiene right now. Don't allow yourself to be like taken over. Remain sovereign, reclaim your energetic sovereignty every single day. It's a choice. If you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling like you're not yourself, you better go prioritize getting back into alignment, because it's like time is speeding up. The source can't like wait on us to like get it already. It's like, trust that you got it. You got it. Trust that you got it. And you need to be devoted to staying with it. Okay. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to help you guys. That leads me to my next point. So I'm just so passionate about helping everyone I come into contact with remain in a state of inner peace, clarity, and vitality. To me, that is like the key to life. That's been my own key to clarity and to alignment, is finding this inner peace, this clarity, and this vitality, true health. True health, where I can receive more pranic energy, where I have so much energy every single day, where I feel so good. I feel so good, so healthy, so vibrant. I want everyone to feel this way. That's how you open up as a clear vessel for God, for divine to work through you as a vessel, because God is the doer, the doing, and the deed of every great thing in this world. And God wants to use you as a living temple. And you got to be clear, and you got to be feeling that inner peace, and you got to be vital. So if you're feeling the call, join my month container. We start July 6th. It's 1 month container, so I can like really help support you guys with integrating all of this ancient wisdom and knowledge about how to like really live in alignment. And the goal of this container is that after a month, you're going to have all of the tools, the energetic activations, the integration, the personalized support, and the guidance to feel inner peace, clarity, and vitality. Week 1 is all about physical health. Week 2 is about emotional clarity. Week 3 is about mental freedom. And week 4 is about spiritual alignment. This is my most affordable offering. It's $200 for this month of juiciness. That's the beauty of these group containers, is that I can make it affordable to get you guys involved. It also comes with personalized support. I will make your personalized human design and gene keys PDF guide to help guide you through this, so that you have your personalized, you have your soul signature, your soul key just spelled out for you, about your greatest gifts, about your role in this lifetime. I know that human design and gene keys are this beautiful gift given to humanity at this point in time, because we do need our gifts just spelled out for us because of the amount of conditioning that we're experiencing in the world at this time. We do need it spelled out for us so that we can finally say, like, you know what, I'm just going to own who I am, full stop. I'm done compromising. I'm done people pleasing. I'm done worrying about what people are going to think about me, or what people are going to say about me, or people judging me. You're just going to own exactly who you are. You're going to look at your shadows spelled out. You're going to look at what your greatest challenges in this life are, because guess what? They're already spelled out. I've never had anyone read their human design and gene keys and be like, no, that doesn't sound like me. I don't think it's accurate. It has 100% accuracy rate. It is the most accurate thing in the entire world. It's why I learned it. It was a part of my own foundations of alignment. It's part of my own role in this lifetime to learn and integrate, so I can help you guys. So I'll do that for you. I'll create that for you. If you don't know anything about it, I got you. That's part of the container. I'm going to walk you through it. All right. I feel like I'm rambling at this point. Just know that I love you guys so much. I am just sending love for everyone. I send prayers to our community, to our wider community, to my brothers and sisters of the world every day, praying for peace every single day. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. Never doubt God or God's plan in your life. Okay. And just stay devoted to always staying in alignment. And I will help you do so. That's what I'm here for. All right. I love you guys. Sending so much love. That is all. Peace out.